Seems to be a little touristy right now. People kind of just chilling, but I don't know this course. Maybe it's way too early. But these are the guys who are racing, so staying over that front group.
Everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a minute. Actually, it's probably been a couple minutes, but I'm back with another YouTube video. And this is Tour de Zwift. I have no idea what stage. I finally had an opportunity to get on the bike in the evening, which I don't usually have. I was able to get on the bike, jumping into this, and I want to treat it like a race, of course, even though I know some of you are angrily typing in the comments that this is not a race. That's okay too. You are welcome here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nonetheless, I'm treating it like a race, so I want to stay up with this front group. But I also have to go in with the understanding that in a mass category start like this, or an open event, there are inevitably going to be people who are better than I am. And that's okay. But part of it is knowing my role. My role is to not chase down these 3 or 4 guys who are up the road. My role is not to try to bridge across, because I know my ability, and I'm not going to be able to hang on, again, on the assumption that they are far better riders than I. I'm going to stay in with the pack, stay in with the draft, get the full benefit that I can from that, and race accordingly. In my opinion, the best thing for me is for it to come down to a field sprint at the end. Easier said than done, as I have to make it to the end with the front group to contest for a field sprint. So that's where it gets pretty difficult. And there's a couple key climbs in this stage on this course. So it shouldn't be too outrageous, nothing too crazy. It's kind of longer, a little more drawn out climbs, inclines, whatever you want to call them. Nothing super insane, but as this kind of plays out, I will say, ever since FRR, I have just lost all motivation. Weather really turned super cold here in Northeast Ohio. Going into my pain cave was a tremendous chore. And then we're about to be a dad here real soon. So I just had a lot of work to do on the house, which of course means far less time for the bike. And when I do have time for the bike, I wasn't motivated anyway, so I've really been struggling with that, to be completely honest. Trying to get back into some training, and prior to that, my FTP was set super high, so my workouts are extremely difficult, and then the idea of like retesting for an FTP, it just does not even appeal to me in the slightest. So looking back at this race, and I like to see that I'm doing pretty well, or as well as I am, but I know I can't match these numbers right now. I thought that music was far too epic to not share on that little climb. That's why I really wanted to play it for you. Hope you enjoyed it. We descend with this group. Again, I'm doing really well, sitting in, a pretty solid chase group. Good number of guys here working together really well. And I'm confident if I outsprint them, I mean, that's a top 10 in a giant event like this. So feeling pretty good. Going into climb number 2, it's also pretty epic, but I see my struggles shining through. So yeah, there's that. I blew up pretty good, and it's not. I mean, my power is high, my heart rate is pretty high as well, and it's just like 10 to 30 seconds. If I had one more kick to hang on with that group, I'd still be in. But it's just I need to work on telling my brain to shut up. I think that's probably more so what it is, probably more so of a mental thing than a physical thing. Now, granted, when the throat's burning and the lungs are pumping and the legs are throbbing, it doesn't feel too great either. But whatever. So I get caught up by this other group, hitch a ride into town with them, and I got some pretty good recovery for the most part. The heart rate stays pretty elevated, mid 170s right now. But coming into town, I know where this sprint ends, or where the course ends, and where I should sprint and everything. So I'm kind of getting ready for that. Kind of let this one play out, or slow it down. A feather, that's not gonna do me much good. So here we are, within half a mile left, and I don't have a power up that's actually gonna be beneficial. I want to work on my positioning. My positioning is what's gonna help and be the most beneficial, but I'm a little antsy. I opened it up to launch a long attack, and my left leg said, "No, you're not." Gnarly cramp in my left calf, and I took that as a sign from the good Lord above. So I'm gonna spin across and take my loss. So there it is.
Not risking injury today. No, thank you.
I'm gonna try to be back. I'll try to post another one. I'm going to try to get some better results as well. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Really appreciate it. Had pretty decent power. It was a quick one. But, yeah, anyways. So, life's been coming at me pretty strong lately. But, guys, I appreciate the support. It really means a lot. Drop a word of encouragement down below, and we'll see you in the next one.